In today's video, I will show you why the SBA 7A loan continues to be hugely popular for small business owners looking for working capital to expand their businesses. But I'm also going to show you the types of loans that are being approved right now in 2021 for what types of transaction, so you ensure the best chance for you getting approved. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am your host, Leo Landaverde, business coach, commercial broker and lender, helping you scale your business and increase your wealth. If you are ready to grow your business to 7 figures and beyond while creating the financial freedom and the lifestyle you want, then subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell. You'll be notified every Thursday when a new video comes out.
I received an email today from one of my lending partners, and I wanted to show it to you, and that's when I decided to do a YouTube video to kind of go over it, specifically about the 7A program. So it says, recent SBA 7A loans, and I want to show you what's possible if you're a small business owner. I still think that the SBA 7A is one of the best overall loans out there, and yes, it takes a little bit to get it, and it takes some know-how, which is why I suggest you don't go out it alone and partner up with someone like me to help you. But check this out: a $728,800 business acquisition type loan for a residential home remodeling, a $1.6 million business acquisition deal, a $3.2 million business acquisition deal loan for a business acquisition, a $594,000 commercial real estate deal, a $747,800 business acquisition. Again, a $1.1 million commercial real estate deal for a dentist, a $1.2 million business acquisition deal for a business building inspection service. You see the array? It's not just for real estate, it's for partner buyouts, for business acquisitions, for commercial real estate, and more. A $1.8 million commercial right here. So as you can see, so it's pretty cool what it's possible if you know where to look. And this is really one of my lending partners. So I want to show you here some of the other deals right here. So you have a $838,000 loan for a liquor store. You have a $2.8 million loan, a 7A loan for a healthcare software business acquisition in New York. And the working capital provided as a single disbursement. The $838,000 loan was termed as a 25-year term, fully amortized. An $834,000 loan for a North Carolina with a 6 months interest only payments. A $4.9 million, almost a $5 million deal for an electrical contractor business acquisition in Delaware, New Jersey. Are you starting to see what's possible? So any loan from $500,000 to $5 million with repayment terms, as you see here, with multiple repayment terms, as you see here, 10 years up to 25 years. And there are all kinds of perks that are happening in 2021 because the SBA is very bullish about being able to help small business owners not just grow, but to thrive. And here's what's new in 2021, that the SBA guarantee fee, it's waived through if you get a loan before September 30th, 2021. And the guarantee can be anywhere from 1% to 3% of the actual amount borrowed. So talk about a pretty good deal. So, and I'm not sure if you ever try to apply for an SBA loan, and you could have, you could try. I mean, you can try to do this, and if you just go to the SBA.gov website and you just go look for the 7A program, nothing stops you from trying to get the 7A on your own. But if you follow this email, stay to the end. I'm going to show you exactly how to game it the right way to help you. But the SBA can deal directly with you as $5 million up to $5 million. 85% of the loan can be guaranteed up to $150,000, with 75% of the loan guarantee up to for loans greater than $150,000. The interest rates, if you haven't watched my other video where it's very popular, an SBA 7A loan, when I go into great detail on the different forms, I suggest you do that. A link will be provided in this video, and you can see this other loan that this other video that I did that is very popular. I just wanted to expand on that video and show you other things, changes in 2021. We're gonna go over these forms right now, the 19, briefly, because I already spent a lot of time in the other video doing that, but there are forms if you wanna tackle that yourself. And there are some terms and conditions that you're gonna have to deal with as far as the different terms and conditions, eligibility, percentage of guarantee. You can learn all of this yourself, which is quite a lot. So, but I also want to show you what it's like working with one of my partners. Here are things that you need to know as far as the lending appetite, right? The SBA is not quite clear in their website as to what the different lending criteria is, which I think you need to be fully aware of what the criteria is. So here's this grid that I believe will help you really understand. LTV means loan to value right here. If it is an owner-occupied commercial real estate purchase or refi, up to 100% financing. No one else, nowhere else, no other lender will provide up to 100% financing for the right real estate project, only the SBA. Up to 90% financing for a business acquisition, which means the purchase, if you own a business and want to buy one of your competitors, you can through the 7A loan program. If you have another partner, say you are a 50-50 partner on an LLC or an S Corp, and you want to buy out your partner, you can get up to 100% financing for the partner buyout. You can get up to 100% financing for an expansion. You can get up to 90% financing for a startup. Now, here's the caveat. For startups, it has to be a tried and true business model. Franchises, for instance, medical professionals. If you're a doctor, if you're a dentist, anybody in the healthcare profession, podiatrist, a surgeon, any type of high-end medical professional, you can definitely get a loan up to 90% to actually get your business started, even if you have 0% revenue. Now, if you're a national franchise like McDonald's, Subway, and thousands of other startup franchises out there, you can actually get up to 90% financing. So there is hope. Now, it's going to be very, very hard because I get comments in my videos all the time, and I get people reaching out to me directly through email saying, "Hey, Leo, can I get an SBA loan for my startup?" The caveat is your startup an actual franchise? Are you a doctor? Are you an MD? Are you a dentist?
If you are a startup or a small business owner looking to grow but don't quite know how to raise the capital you need or how to position your business so you can get hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of business credit, I can totally help you. Email me. The email is right here and also below. I would love to connect with you.
Are you a licensed professional, a psychologist, or licensed clinical social worker? If so, it would be easier for you to get this funding for your startup. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very hard through the SBA. It's not impossible, but it will be hard. Now, the debt service coverage ratio, this is very important, which is how much room there is between your profit and the payment term. So 1.15x for an owner-occupied, which is very, very aggressive, means that you have to have 15% more than the actual debt service for the loan. So say your tax, your payment and interest adds up to $100,000, just simple math, $100,000 a year worth of principal and interest payments, so about $8,300 a month. Your annual income has to be at least $115,000 to cover the debt service at 1.15, as it says here. Let me show you. So this is important right here, this 1.15 for an owner-occupied deal. Up to unsecured exposure on a business acquisition, 1.15, super aggressive. By the way, your traditional banks, your local community banks, would not even come close to 1.15. They're probably going to be in the neighborhood of 1.25 plus, which means keep that in mind. So that's what I think that the SBA 7A is one of the best programs, loan programs out there. For partner buyouts, it's 1.15 or 15% over the principal and interest. Expansion is 1.15, and in each deal is different. 1.15 for the startup. FICO, you know what? Regardless of what anybody tells you, your personal credit, particularly with a federally insured loan as the SBA, will have to, your personal credit score plays a role. You can't get away from it. You cannot use your business credit score. Your paydex will not matter. I mean, it will influence the decision, but it will not be the deciding factor. You have to have a FICO of at least 650 to qualify for any loan. The terms are hybrid loan, are terms anywhere from 10 years, 25 years, 10 years. The terms vary depending on the type of deal. Very important. And this, I'd be remiss if I didn't say this.
Hey, if this video resonates with you, I would love to get some feedback from you. Please like and comment. Any questions you may have about the video really helps me prepare for all other videos that could be useful for you. So please comment if you can.
At least 2 years of relevant management experience if you are going to get an SBA loan. You cannot be in the plumbing business with 10 years of experience trying to start an electrical contracting business which you know nothing about. So just to give you an idea, you have to have the experience to be able to do that, because the SBA is going to back that you know what you're doing and you're going to succeed. They want you to succeed, but you have to know what you're doing. There are some restrictions in these types of loans. So this is one of my preferred go-to lending partners. Reach out to me directly. I'd be happy to connect you with them. They have this way of approving deals very, very quickly. You can get pre-approved right away. You can certainly, I neglect to say, commercial debt consolidation, real estate, startup or acquisition, equipment purchase, renovation or expansion, and new location. These are all possibilities with an SBA 7A loan. Okay, having said that, these are the forms that you would have to deal with yourself if you were to tackle that on your own. You have to be able to provide, some of this is self-explanatory. This is, the actual application. You have to make sure that you're very thorough, and you cannot lie, you cannot perjure yourself on a federal application, or you'll be in a world of trouble. So be truthful always. So you got to have a debt schedule. Your debt schedule is, it's going to be, so all of these documents go in tandem simultaneously when they are submitted to the SBA. So there is your personal financial statement. Now, for those of you who don't know what a personal financial statement, which this one is standard issue whether you're applying for a 7A or a 504 loan, which is another type of loan from the SBA. These are the two most popular for the bigger size loans. It is a balance sheet and an income statement all put together at once. And what the SBA wants to know is, really wants to ascertain what your net worth is. And they also want to understand as much as they can in one document if you are a risk worth investing in. Because remember, there are guarantees that if you default on the loan, they're going to cover that default. So a statement of personal history. If you ever applied for any type of, if you have been in government contracting or applied for any type of federal anything, there's going to be a lot of paperwork. There's going to be multiple forms. Not all forms apply all the time, but you should know what those forms are going in. I'd be happy to, help you with any of those forms as it is. I just love this program so much. And I think this should just give you an idea of what's out there. I think the 7A program is a great program. Now, a couple things that you should know regarding your business, as far as required documentation outside of these forms that you're going to fill out are, this is a startup, a project cost breakdown. Exactly how much money is it going to take for you to get this business off the ground, and how much capital you're going to need to get to break-even point. You're going to need to provide 3 years worth of business tax returns. You're gonna have to provide interim financials, which is your P&L statement and your balance sheet that can be any more than 60 days old. Your business debt schedule, which I just showed you right here. You're gonna have to, that's on the business side. On the personal side, you're gonna have to provide 3 years worth of personal tax returns, a personal financial statement, which I just showed you, and your credit score. Now, depending on who you deal with, this loan could take months. But if you're dealing with the right lender and the right broker helping you, you should get this done rather quickly. So hopefully this was, I'm hoping that this helped you out and give you some more information. And I think this is a great program. So I think you should go for it. Get excited. This is the year of getting finance for your business. Please reach out to me directly. Thank you so much.
For a limited time, I am giving away 2 of my biggest resources, my Advanced Growth Plan template, as well as my Financial Projections Workbook. These 2 documents together have helped hundreds of business owners predict and achieve financial success in their business. Go ahead and click on the link below. They are my gift to you.